What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video from the 10-7 MMA channel. I have been going back and forth on this as to whether or not I want to even make a video covering this story, because I do really want to focus on MMA and mixed martial arts and what's going on. This is sort of like a tangential story. Obviously, it involves Rampage Jackson and his son, Raja Jackson, and this entire debacle that has unfolded thereafter, but it's not really tied to the UFC and mixed martial arts. That being said, I'm seeing things that are out there that are blowing my mind that I just felt like I had to talk about. I'm almost at a loss for words in terms of what I've been seeing from Rampage Jackson. So let me give you the backstory here. By the way, I'm not sitting here trying to blame him completely or even necessarily partially for anything that's unfolded. I'm not saying that, and I think I'm not a parent, so I obviously, I have a niece and a nephew. I work with kids in my tutoring business, and but I don't have personal experience, and I'm sure being a parent is so complicated, and there's so many things that you have to do, and you can do like almost everything right, and still things can go wrong. So I'm not trying to put blame on Rampage. Like, I feel like a lot of people are jumping to conclusions like, oh, Raja's the way he is because Rampage, I've seen a couple times where he's rude to him on stream and he probably is this way or that way. Like, I'm not trying to jump to any of those conclusions, but the part that's got me a little confused and where I'm questioning a little bit of what Rampage is doing is the things that he's engaging in right now are a little bit shocking to me, because it seems like his son is in really, really deep trouble. I mean, this is not just a beat up or something. I mean, this is like a big deal. He's got 5 kids. I believe Raja is one of his oldest, or maybe his oldest son. And this to me seems just like such a family calamity, where you have somebody that could be facing major time in jail, major prison time. And this is a real offense. He's put somebody in the hospital to the point where he's nearly going to die. He has massive facial disfiguration, tons of facial fractures, they're saying. I haven't even heard about his jaw. I assume his jaw has to be broke. They said he lost most of his teeth. These are the reports that are coming out right now. This is insane. And all the while, Rampage Jackson is doing streams with Neon, and it's crazy. And he seems just chilling. Look, maybe he got the advice from a crisis management team of them like, yo, you just proceed as normal. Just go out, do your thing, go stream, make money. Maybe he has to stream right now for financial reasons. I don't know what it is, but it's just really bizarre. I'm like really confused that I feel like anybody that I would know that even if they have 5 kids, but one of their kids is in this type of trouble and getting this much heat nationally, internationally, I feel like you'd be in crisis mode. You'd be at home. You'd be consoling him. You'd be talking to him. You'd be, I don't know, formulating some sort of a game plan. Now, maybe that is all still happening behind the scenes, and I have to play devil's advocate. Maybe he's been given this advice. No, stay out there, stay present. This is your only thing to do to stay sane. Maybe he's devastated off camera. Maybe he's crying. Maybe he doesn't want people to. We have to give him the benefit of the doubt. But that being said, it is a little bizarre to me, and I feel like it's adding fuel. It could add fuel to the fire, because people are watching this and be like, "What in the hell is going on?" With Neon of all people, this kid who's like a troll, and he trolls MMA fighters. Like, it's just so weird. But anyways, let me show you some of this. Now, the other thing was, I was like, okay, maybe Neon is posting old footage that him and Rampage shot before the incident, and they just decided to release it. That could be happening. I know he does a lot of live streams and whatnot, streams in real life, this whole new weird trend. So I was like, I think this is shot after the Raja incident. Why is he doing it? So anyways, let me show you some of the content that's being put out there. I've also got a clip that shows that this is happening for sure, at least some of it, post the Raja Jackson incident. So I don't know. It's very, very bizarre to me. Anyways, all right, watch this clip first.
JCV?
Hey.
I can't see.
No, you
on
cheated.
my soul, I can't see, bro.
You got a nice camera.
Wait, who is that? This is deep. Who is that?
You got the camera.
Who is that?
Shut the hell up.
Oh.
Just kidding.
I would never motorboat a girl I'm trying to hook you up with, brother. Don't.
Chad, she valid?
She's sitting down.
All right.
So, Neon.
What's good, man?
So,
is the female behind me?
The female?
Yeah.
I'm her future.
Oh, what was your name, by the way?
Okay, so just to show you what this clip is, it's a clip of Rampage, I guess, setting Neon up on a blind date, and I guess it's kind of funny because this chick is super tall, way taller than Neon, and like Rampage as she's coming down. I guess this is a sense of humor. I made a video where I felt like Tracy Cortez really uncomfortable on the Jackson pod. I don't know if people agreed or disagreed, but again, I guess this is his brand of humor, which it is what it is. It's like not my cup of tea, but he's talking about her. I'm not gonna say, but you heard what he said. Rewind it if you didn't. And I guess it is what it is, but just on the heels of everything that's happened, it just feels so weird to watch him have this like funny interaction and then have this like slightly inappropriate interaction too with this woman. I guess she seems totally fine with this or whatever, but we're watching this as his son is in all this deep trouble after nearly killing somebody. Like, it's crazy. You know, imagine if the guy had died. Obviously, we would say this would be in really poor taste. I don't think anyone would be happy to see this, be like, dude, your son just killed somebody. What are you doing? Okay. But because the guy survived, and that's just by the luck of the Almighty that he survived after that vicious beating where he was knocked out. Imagine you're knocked out and getting hit that many times. That's different than being conscious where you can slightly brace or block or do it. Just open, exposed, bah, 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 full strength, everything getting jacked up. Who even knows the extent of his injuries? After that, his dad, who obviously is very well known, is out there doing things like this. Like, it's, I don't know. It's weird. So anyways, I had to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe this was shot before, but then we see this clip of another time where they're streaming together, and this guy named Top5. I actually think there's no space. I think it's Top5. He's some rapper based out of Canada. I looked him up. I'm gonna show you what he looks like in a second. He calls Neon live on camera while he's streaming with Rampage, just to show you that this is happening. All this is being shot and filmed and done after the Raja Jackson incident took place. If you had any question, check this clip out and check out what Top5 says.
Oh, you know Top5?
No, I don't know her.
Yo, what's good, bro? I'm here with Rampage. I'm on stream.
I was on Top5. What's up, homie?
Yo, your son is a monster. What
Yo, hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, bro. Watch your mouth. Chill.
Okay, Leon, I need a favor. How can I set up stripes for a kick?
I'll tell you off stream. I'm live right now.
Yo, Rampage, you're a monster.
Yo, hey.
I'll knock you out,
Yo.
What the fuck? Who the fuck is this motherfucker?
Nah, Top5, yo, come on, bro. Nah, I'm hanging up. Nah.
Who the fuck is that motherfucker right now?
Top5, bro.
Who the fuck is
Why is he talking? You know who Top5 is?
I had no idea.
He went to jail for a murder case, and he beat the case, and he's Drake shooter.
Why are you talking about knocking me out?
That's retarded, bro. Top5, bro. That's not cool, bro.
Is he a rapper?
Dude, that's crazy. So it's actually kind of funny because you can see Rampage was actually kind of trying to troll him, right? He's like, hey, Top5's calling. No, he is. No, I have no idea. And then he was kind of like trolling him, trying to pretend like he knows him. Oh, it's Top5. What's up? And then the guy's like, yo, your son. I mean, I shouldn't be laughing. Sorry. He's like, it's kind of funny. He goes, your son is a monster. He's like, whoa, take it easy. And then he goes, yeah. And they're talking a little bit more. And then he goes, Rampage, you a monster. And I think Rampage at first thought of it as like a compliment because, you know, Rampage is a fighter. You get called a monster. Like, you're an animal. You're a monster. Like, that can be a positive thing. Like, you're such a killer in the ring, right? But I think he meant it in a negative way because of what his son did. And he goes, Rampage, I'll knock you out. And then Rampage is like tripping out, whatever. Anyways, this is more to show you guys that this streaming and all this content is being created post the Raja incident, which again, like I feel like it's in bad taste, but I'd be shocked if Rampage hasn't talked to a crisis management team and he would have had to have. Maybe this is the advice that they gave him. Just keep everything normal, keep streaming, keep doing your thing, keep making your money. And maybe they said, if anything, you're going to get more views right now, right? Like, I don't know what the strategy is. To me, it feels in weird taste. It also feels like it could potentially jeopardize Raja's case because people are going to get more and more pissed up. And again, public sentiment is going to feed into this. The more pressure the police get, I believe, and the DA gets from public sentiment, I feel like the more likely they're going to bring harsher charges and go at Raja a little bit more hardcore. That might mean they might be less willing to give him a favorable plea deal, etc. And just for fun, I want to show you guys. Hold on, I put this out of order. I meant to show you guys Top5. This is Top5. This is what he looks like. He kind of looks like Pete Diddy. I don't think he can knock out Rampage Jackson. But yo, respect. Top5 gets on that call. He's sticking up for Psycho Stu. It is what it is. Craziness. Okay. Now, here's another thing I wanted to point out. Another weird statement from Rampage in response to his dad. They're talking about Raja. The whole thing is strange. Now, look, again, I have to get the caveat. I'm not a father. Okay, so I can't say specifically how I would react or exactly what the emotions are that he's dealing with. And again, we have to give him the benefit of the doubt. This is the persona we're seeing on camera and on streams, but he may be devastated, crying, curled up in a ball. When he's not on camera right now, just thinking his son's life is in major jeopardy. What's going to happen? He said he's been getting death threats. So I don't know the full scope of things, but I will say that for the vast majority of families and parents and things like that that I know, and this includes people in my family, man, if your kid does something this crazy, even though you can say they're grown up and they're adults, and obviously they have freedom to do whatever, I think the vast majority of parents, regardless, even if it's wrong, they're going to feel responsible. And I feel like that's a natural response and emotion and reaction, even if it's like they're grown up or they have their own autonomy and they can do, obviously, right? They can do what they can do. But it's like that responsibility or that sense of responsibility, I believe, never really leaves a parent. They are always, even in my age, I feel like my parents would feel sad and terrible and feel guilty if I did something crazy, and I think, God, like I'm really trying not to be too judgmental because, again, I don't even think it's fair for me to be super judgmental in this case because I can't fully relate in that sense. I can sort of relate, but not in a full sense because I'm not a parent, but it does kind of seem a little bit weird the way Rampage is approaching this children and be like, hey, like, that's not me. That's my son. And he's grown. Like, what the heck? Like, why is everybody coming at me versus, I don't know what I just feel like most people that I know would say, my God, I am so sorry. This is devastating. I want to reach out immediately to Psycho Stu's family. Maybe he's been told by attorneys that he can't do that. I don't know. But like, I want to do this. And like, this is a terrible thing. I'm just working with my son right now. We please respect our privacy. He's going through a traumatic event and there's no excuse for this. You know what I mean? Something like that versus watch his response and watch his conversation with his dad. This whole thing is crazy.
I'm getting cooked over here on my TTS. And since the bullshit happened with your fucked up ass grandson, not this one.
So why you gonna tell me that my fucked up grandson?
That's your fucked up grandson.
That's your fucked up son.
Say it, don't spread it.
Okay then. That's your son, and that's what you responsibility.
He grown.
But you still.
Okay. Listen.
You still his.
Thank you.
His daddy.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna go fuck up some shit and let all the blame come on you then.
Ain't no blame gonna come on me.
Well, why the blame coming on me?
I don't know. It's just like I get it. The blame necessarily again, I'm not saying the blame should come on Rampage. I understand exactly what he's saying. It's got to be frustrating, but I feel like that's not the response or reaction most parents would have. They would actually be putting the blame on themselves. Forget about external sources. They would be blaming themselves and being like, what could I have done differently? Right? Even if there's nothing, it's a moot point. It's happened. It's in the past. It is what it is. But like, I feel like that's how most people would respond and react. So I don't know what this says. Okay. I'm just pointing out a couple of weird things that I just don't understand. And I feel like I would do things differently, or I would recommend, if this was a friend of mine, to do things differently. Again, maybe he has a crisis management team and they're telling him to do exactly what he's doing, but it seems in poor taste and it seems counterproductive and bizarre in my opinion. So there it is, going back and forth. Like the whole, I don't know what to make of that. It's crazy. All right, now moving on in more news. This is another update, which is insanity. Not only has Raja Jackson not been arrested still, which I do believe the arrest is coming, but he's not been arrested. He's been signed by Danger Pro Wrestling. So now his dad's out there doing streams. His dad's out there complaining how he's getting blamed, not talking, you know what I mean? As opposed to being like, dude, this is so messed up and all this, right? And streaming with Neon and doing blind dates and inappropriate things and talking about camels and whatever. And then now in the midst of all this, instead of any sort of retribution where people are so upset and they want this guy, they want Raja Jackson to face the music. And I do too. And it's not because I'm being a hater. It's because I want to see the legal system work, because this is how we know our society is safe. I had to deal with a criminal myself last year for a long time, and I want to know that there's going to be repercussions so I can feel safe walking down the street. That's what this is about for somebody like me, and I think for most people. Instead of seeing justice being done, We're seeing this. We're seeing him turn this into a business opportunity and get signed to another wrestling organization to make an appearance. Danger Pro Wrestling, apparently, he's going to be appearing at this show. This is mind-blowing. Now, again, I don't think this means that he's not going to get charged, right? The fact that he's not been arrested, I believe, is because the local PD, the LAPD, is still trying to put together an investigation. It's complicated because, again, it's not just a straight up battery, whether it's going to be battery or attempted murder. Again, you have to deal with the issues. They're going to have to talk to the DA, and the issues are there was consent to get in there, but obviously it went beyond the consent. Clearly it went beyond. And even if you take him at his word, oh, I'm going to go, like I was told to go in there and hit him until they pull me off of him. And even if people want to play that narrative out, like that makes any sense, like that's any sort of a logical way to go in there and even use that as a potential defense. They told me to go shoot the person, so I was just following orders. Like, that's not a defense in murder. Obviously, I don't believe it would be any sort of viable defense here. But if you want to say that, they tried to pull him off multiple times, and he fought them off until that one dude with the pink hair, like, dragged him off of the body. So he wasn't playing along. He was clearly going off script and just trying to put a hurt on Psycho Stu. And it is what it is. So anyways, I believe that he will still get tried. I kind of lost my train of thought there, but I believe the charges are coming, and I'm going to show in the next video exactly what's going down right now. But yeah, I think they're coming. I just think the fact that they haven't happened yet is because of all the issues, and they need to talk to the DA. They need to figure out a strategy to get around the consent, make sure they feel strong about the intent element, the specific and the direct step element of attempted murder, or whatever they charge him with, whether it's that or battery. So that's what I think is happening behind the scenes. But for now, apparently, no charges have been filed, and yet he has decided to thinks it's a good idea to sign with this wrestling organization. I guess so crazy. And is Rampage not talking about, like, is this, am I crazy, or is this like the most crazy, dumb move of all time? Because it's just pissing people off more, like me. So anyways, this has happened. And then we have a new interview of the guy with the pink hair. This is Douglas Malo. So this is the guy who basically saved Psycho Stu's life, pulled Raja Jackson off of him. And Raja Jackson tried to double leg him and tried to I think he would have tried to kill him as well if he could have. But thankfully, this guy he does know how to fight a little bit. And he was, he's a hero. But anyways, listen to what he had to say in a recent interview on this podcast about the situation, what he's heard from detectives himself. Again, I haven't been able to verify any of this information, so we're just hearing it from him. I'm going to play what he said, and then we can talk about it. Check it out.
The things that perturbs me even more, gentlemen, is that this man who attempted to maim another man is walking around free right now.
And is getting rewarded by getting a booking.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane to me.
I don't think you'll make it to the booking. I talked to a detective friend of mine, and he told me the process of everything and how bad they drag their feet. He said, especially LAPD.
Mm-hmm.
But he's saying that because of all the evidence, the state's going to pick it up. I've already talked to a detective who's on the case, so it's not like he's not going to jail.
Okay.
But he's just not there.
They're taking their free time if he's not there already. Like, these should be, I'm not a lawyer. I don't even play one on TV, but at the same time, like, how is he not in jail already? Like, how has he not been arrested? It's not like everything wasn't videoed or streamed or whatever.
Yeah. I'm just amazed.
Rewarded.
Yeah, I'm just amazed. Like, Paul, I want to bring you in here, like a domestic violence case or something, like domestic abuse. If that happens, or I remember hearing a case where two people were arguing in the street, a man and a woman. Someone saw it, reported it. They came, found the guy, and dragged him off. It wasn't even the girl that reported it. It was a bystander that reported it. And I'm just amazed. But
I've explained this multiple times on the channel, and I bet you it's going to be vindicated soon. The reason why there's a delay, it's not the same thing. It's not just about witnessing a crime and having footage of it and then going in and effecting an arrest. It's complicated by the fact that it was at a pro wrestling event. There was consent involved. They need to make sure, I guarantee you, they're just dotting their I's and crossing their T's and making sure they're getting the right charges, and they feel the charges will stick. There's going to be a lot of pressure and a lot of eyeballs on this case. Obviously, it's going to be national news, beyond national news. Again, as soon as the arrest is made, it's going to be massive. So whoever the DA is, Whoever is handling this case, they want to proceed with extreme caution, make sure the charges stick, make sure that people don't get mad because, oh, it's too light or you're giving them a plea. Like, I guarantee you that's what's happening right now. Now, in terms of it being handled by the state police versus the local PD, I have no idea if that's actually happening. It could be happening. Or I wonder if he meant, when he says state, he could mean the state police, or he could mean the state is picking it up, meaning like prosecution is happening, but it's still going to be the local PD that's handling it. I don't know, but I'm not a criminal attorney, so this is not my area of expertise. I'm looking things up and researching in real time to try and figure this out. But I just wanted I literally asked ChatGPT, hey, why would state police ever take over an investigation? And they gave me a couple different explanations. So they might take over, and they even cited some examples recently where the state police had to intervene in local cases and take over jurisdiction for local authorities. But they said, hey, in one way, to apply state laws consistently across different jurisdictions, sometimes they have more advanced investigative tools and training. That could be the case here, right? In this case, it's a high profile case. Maybe they wanted to come in, maybe they wanted a different prosecutor or district attorney handling the case, so they're coming in with the state police. I don't know if this is even true, but this could be one reason. And avoid conflicts of interest. I don't think that's going to be an issue here. Maybe it is. I have no idea. And then public confidence. So in this case, the public, there is a lot of public outrage. Maybe that's one of the reasons why the state PD is stepping in, if this is indeed true. Again, this is a lot of hearsay here. But the bottom line is, I do still wholeheartedly believe an arrest is coming. Whether or not we can take Malo at his word or not, I don't know, but it would blow my mind if an arrest is not made soon. What will the charges be? Will it be attempted murder? Will it be battery? I am not sure. I heard an attorney say he does not think it will be attempted murder. He thinks it will be battery. I don't know. I don't see, again, I'm not a criminal attorney, but I don't see how they couldn't or wouldn't make an attempted murder charge. I feel like the severity of the beating, the fact that he was unconscious and ate all those strikes, the fact that they tried to pull him off and he fought them off and kept trying to keep going. Like, why? What were you trying to do? I think he was trying to kill him, maybe subconsciously or consciously. I don't know. But anyways, so to me, it's inevitable. We shall see. There are all the updates. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you still following the story? Are you still upset, or are you guys upset that an arrest hasn't been made? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys so much for joining. We'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.